Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, like my channel if you do like it, and sign up for a hypnotherapy session with me. I give amazing hypnotherapy sessions and you will absolutely love it, okay? After 2-3 sessions, you'll feel like a completely different person. So don't be shy, sign up, okay? And give it a try. All consultations, by the way, are free, okay? So you can do a consultation with me, and if you don't like something, if we don't click, then you don't have to do it, okay? But anyways, guys, so I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves and you're doing really well, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna try to make this video as fast and sweet as possible. I didn't want to make a long video this time, but this video is about how the chosen ones have escaped death many different times, and of course it has nothing to do with them and their own power. In fact, everything was out of their hands, and it was all due to the Most High saving them, okay? And I will tell you an example of this. I will give you an example of this, okay? As you guys know, chosen ones are attacked left and right, spiritually speaking, and of course sometimes physically speaking too, okay? But most of these attacks are spiritual in nature, as this is a spiritual battle that we're in, right? So because chosen ones have a greater purpose. That's not to say that everyone else doesn't have a great purpose too. It's just their mission on Earth, and I already discussed this in many of my videos, right? Their mission on Earth is great. It's to awaken humanity from the spell that they've been in, basically, right? And so it's not an easy mission, and chosen ones are constantly attacked through others, right? Especially through the unclean vessels, right? So anyone who has an unclean vessel is a potential threat to the chosen one, basically, because these spirits, they're able to jump from a body to a body in order to attack the chosen ones. And in fact, what can also happen is that, and what did happen, is even before they came here to Earth, the devil knew, okay? The devil knew, and he knew, and that's why chosen ones were assigned handlers. Okay, so every chosen one has a handler that they were assigned right when they were born, basically. The devil knew that chosen ones had a huge mission. It's kind of like in the movies, a lot of movies actually show you this, right? There's a character, just like in Harry Potter, right? He was marked from birth, and the devil knew it, right? And so he didn't lead an easy life, right? And so, but ultimately, all of that made him stronger. So that's how most of the chosen ones were too. They usually, once again, they're born into very dark families. That's not to say that everyone in their family is dark, but such as the case with my dad, for example, right? My dad, he's not dark. In fact, he has been there for me lately, not necessarily in the past, okay, but lately, and he has proven to be very like a decent human being, and which I'm extremely grateful for, right? So I'm not saying that everyone is gonna, all the chosen ones will have bad parents, or parents that are not there for them, or who are attacking them, right? In fact, sometimes they might have parents that are maybe emotionally distant, right? They haven't really been in their lives because of a divorce or something like that, right? But they can still be there for them, maybe later on in life, or or in general, right? So we all have different circumstances. But anyways, but let's get back to chosen ones and them being attacked. In most cases, the chosen ones, once again, they will be attacked through unclean vessels, Okay, so people that keep their body very unclean, whether through emotions, through thoughts, through foods, through the things that they're doing, their deeds, and all of that combined makes them an unclean vessel, or a low vibrational vessel, basically, right? And so these people are more often than not, once again, bad spirits can jump into them and then attack the chosen ones. Okay, and so this happened over and over again, but chosen ones were also assigned handlers. Okay, and it was a specific spirit that kept on jumping bodies, hence the narcissist, right? The narcissist kept on showing up in the chosen one's life over and over again until chosen ones learned their lesson, until they learned how to set boundaries, until they learned how to develop a better discernment, and until they became conscious, right? And so once they became conscious, the game was basically over for the narcissist, right? And so that's why this time is so special. Okay, it's because the chosen ones, when they did have a handler, they were basically stripped of their power, and in fact they gave their power away to just take accountability, right? Let's just call it for what it is. We actually gave our power away. Okay, by not believing in ourselves. Okay, and by not having enough self-love. Okay, but once all of that changed, right, the handlers had no power over them anymore. And so because of that, things are about to change on the planet in general. Okay, there will be new ideas that will be coming out, there will be new ways of doing things, there will be new communities, there will be new and positive everything, basically. Okay, and basically the chosen ones are going to be rising, and they are rising at this time, not only by themselves but with God, okay, and through God's power too. Okay, so but of course it had to start within, right? And so, but let's just go back to, okay, I'm getting way out of tangent here. Let's get back to death, right? Chosen ones have escaped death more times than you can even imagine. I will give you an example of that, okay? And so here's what happened to my family, my personal circumstances in my personal life, right? My mom, she went to America, right? And she's gone now, you know, she died not too long ago, okay? But my mom, when she was in Latvia, she got involved in something, okay? I don't really know the details. I don't know what she got involved in. I really don't know, okay? I can only guess. I don't really want to talk about it, you know, because it's just my guess. I don't know for sure, okay? Because my mom never told me any of this, okay? So, yeah, so she got involved in something with someone, okay? And that's just my guess based on what happened, okay, to us. And so anyways, she left to America, she left us with strangers. Me and my brother, we were left with strangers, basically, right? And so we started living with this family. And so while we were sleeping, okay, and guys, everything ultimately happens for your own good, right? Everything happens, there's always a reason on why things happen, right? And so we were left with this family, right, who took care of us, you know, for a lot longer than they were supposed to, basically, right? We were supposed to stay with them for just a couple of months. We ended up staying with them for you know, many years, like I think 5 or so. But anyway, so yeah, and so guys, here's what happened, okay? I didn't know about this when I was a child. I only found out about this from, you know, the woman that raised us, basically, right? And she was a good woman. She was sweet, she was caring, right? And so, of course, she had, like all of us, she had her own faults, right? But anyway, she was mostly very sweet and caring, okay? Very empathic. She was never mean to us. Okay, so anyway, so let's go back to that, right? And I was only told about this later on as an adult. As we were talking with this woman, I went back, right, and we were just chatting, and she told me about this. Okay, so this is what happened. There was a knock on our door. Okay, we were sleeping, right? We were children, we were sleeping. There was a knock on our door, and there were guys outside our house, okay, our apartment. They were looking for our family. They had guns. Okay, so they wanted to kill us. They wanted to kill our family. Okay, I don't know what my mom did. Okay, I don't know who she was involved with, who she got involved with, but it was obviously not good. Okay, and so we were completely shocked. You know, I was shocked when I heard about this. I had no idea. Okay, and so they were looking for our family and to kill us. They didn't know what we looked like. Okay, and so the guy that we lived with, right, he said, this is our family. Like, this is our family. All these kids, like, these are all our kids. The last family must have moved out. You know, so he ended up basically saving us, you know. So no matter how evil he was, right, he ended up saving us, okay, if he did do that. And so I heard about this and I was just shocked. Like I said, I was shocked. And yeah, so you know, God ended up saving us, right? And so the thing that happened, this flip, right, when we had to leave our mom and stay with this family, right, this saved us. This saved us, because if we were still there, we could have been killed, okay, altogether. So that's pretty crazy, right? And so yeah, and guys, this is not the only time. I can go on and on and on. I have a couple of different stories, right, but they're different in how I almost died. Okay, and so this is just one of them, and it goes to show that, you know, a lot of things happen in our lives that we might not understand, okay, our human mind might not comprehend, but it doesn't mean that it's not for our greatest good. And one thing might seem completely different, and it might seem completely, you know, even wrong or unfair, but it doesn't mean that it's not ultimately happening for your greatest good. And sometimes this seemingly bad thing can even save your life, right? So as in this case with me, right, and my brother, of course. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Okay, stay tuned for more videos, and yeah, I will see you soon.